What's up, everybody? It is another beautiful Thursday afternoon. I think I'm losing track. Oh, we are here, and I'm going to go ahead and close the door. Glad to be able to hop on and chat with you guys. Oh, let's see. Go ahead and give us a comment, a like, a share, whatever you want. Everything helps. We're going to have some fun. Go ahead and throw your questions up in the comments stream. I'll be doing my best to answer them all today. It's been a little while since we did one of these. I'm going to break open the beer of the day, which is a local Yeehaw Cerveza. Cheers, everybody. So we got some topics to go through today, but also whatever questions you got, throw them on up there, and I will do my best to answer them. It's good to be back on here. Let's see. Grumpy Doggo says, hello there. Hello there, Grumpy Doggo. Mark says, hi, boys. Hi, Brandon.
What's up?
What's going on?
I forgot to plug in the Wi-Fi, so your video stream looks terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. The video stream looks so bad, everybody. We're streaming in like,
40p.
8. I was gonna say 8-bit. Like, all right.
Hopefully that helps.
Okay. Hopefully that'll speed up the internet just a little bit here. Levi says, well, I thought I was going to be able to watch the live stream, but now I have to go to work. Well, who needs work? Don't listen to me. We all need work. Can I choose to stream? Yeah, higher than 720p. Well, it's probably already was lower than 720p. It was probably like 480. Sorry, guys. I have no idea what just happened there. Now I lost my comments. Technical difficulties, guys. I apologize. Chat. There it is. All right, we're back. Not likely, seeing as the Dig One are sold out. I don't know what you're saying is not likely. Time to open wallet. I mean, sounds like a good time. Be interested to see how much the Quake is going to be, though. Don't have pricing today yet for you on the Quake, but I do have some stuff to show you with the Quake. God bless you all. Likewise. Sup, Dion? To the rescue. Reset the dwell on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, something like that. Question, my Article 1 doesn't shoot, but battery is fine. Could it be the trigger board? Could be the trigger board. Also could be if you had your dwell insanely low. If you tuned your dwell like super low, everything may be fine. Also could be, again, no offense, I don't know how familiar you are with the platform, but if you have an empty mag in the mag well, the gun won't shoot. So there's that too. 66 Incognito says, greetings from Germany. Got my first MTW 3 weeks ago. Awesome. Which one did you pick up? Stalker says he's at work watching. Yeah, so why can't you do both? Have your cake and eat it too. Do you pay internet by the bit rate? Let's see. Is there a chance a Reaper M would be released? Is there a chance? Maybe, not likely. No, not in the plans. At least not in its previous form. If we wanted to do something with that, it would be a whole new system, and it's not in the plans for the moment. The existing Reaper M is completely discontinued. If you're having range issues, the two systems, the range is just a function of your hop up and your energy. It's something, one's not going to make the BBs travel further than the other. So something to look at there. I don't think that the system per se is the issue. When does the N-Block Gen 12 rail get released? I have that on my notes. Oh, it says coming soon. Sorry, I don't have better clarity right at the moment. It is in, we have a small batch. We just did a small batch that we produced with the black M-Lock rail for the Gen 12. We are waiting on, I believe, if I remember correct, I had a meeting about this morning, but if you do a that we need the what we call the front bushing, the piece that attaches to the front and has the muzzle device, that we're waiting for those to get in because we're going to ship those with the rail, I think is what we're waiting on there. So it should be relatively soon. We have the rails already back in, just waiting on the final part. When are you going to make a handgun? I don't know. What do you guys think? We've obviously kicked around the idea plenty of times, but what would you want to see in a handgun if we did a handgun? What are the features, the price point that makes it reasonable, all that kind of stuff that you'd want to see in a handgun? Let's see. Got the billet. You got the black and tan billet Gen 3. Nice. Yeah, those are cool. We did a limited amount of those. I don't think we're producing them ongoing, but forgive me if I get mixed up on stuff. Will Gen 12 engine get released? Maybe at some point, but right now we don't have a drop-in way to install it in any of our other guns. Because it's just not designed to work in there. It can be made to work. There are ways, but you have to maybe 3D print or machine some parts to make it all fit together. And so right now there's not a plan to do that. There's a fun question. If licensing wasn't an issue, what is a dream collaboration you'd love to work on? Spear would be cool. Probably not top of my list. Something HK would be cool. 416, something like that. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. What would be really fun? I really like the Bren 3. That's a really sharp looking gun. Not sure. I haven't spent a ton of time thinking about that. What would you guys want to see? If you just have any licensed replica, what would you go for? Or any unlicensed replica, for that matter, since you can't get all the licenses. There's a lot of licenses that are tied up already, and it's not going to be feasible for us to come up with. Have the Dig 1 pre-ordered. When is it expected to arrive in the UK? So some are already shipping. Some of the Dig 1 are already shipping to dealers right now. I don't have information for you right now on when in the release or like in the shipping order the UK is coming. So I'm not sure, but they have started shipping, and I want to say that. Well, I don't want to say something. I can't remember the exact date that we have on the schedule to finish shipping the batch of 300. But really cool project. I'm really excited about the Fossil brand as a whole. That's a really fun project. Going to be all limited edition stuff. The Dig 1 that sold out in like a few days when we were at SHOT Show. The whole first batch sold out, so they're going to be hard to come by. Not all of them will necessarily have like new technology, though some of them may. Some of them maybe are just different cosmetic things or just unique builds or experimental things that things I want to mess with on a smaller scale that we're not. Look at this. Look at this. Here we go. Okay. Brandon jumping in with the save. Because some of you may not actually get to see one of these in person. So have the blacked out Fossil Dig 1 box. So seals are already opened on this one. So and we've got inside, we've got the see the hard coat green anodized color there, really pretty. And then the Fossil engraving, this is number 60. Fossil 60, so that's piece number 60 out of 300. And then the upper also has the Fossil logo on the top, the matching green anodized. The green and black color scheme, I think, looks really, really sharp. And then the Fossil logo engraved on the side of the upper, both sides of the upper there. Really cool. I love how the Fossil logo turned out with engraved white like that, because it's supposed to be kind of a skull, obviously, so you get kind of the bone color look there. Yeah, pretty excited about these. Each one will get a serial number from 1 to 300, and then, as a lot of you probably know, but maybe everybody doesn't, these will be the first guns coming with the new Inferno XTS, which maybe I can. Oh no, the overhead camera isn't working. That's right. No, there it is. Look, Brandon got it working. It's amazing. The Inferno XTS here. Still not going to talk too much about all the stuff going inside because there's a bunch of stuff we'll talk about later. But main thing you see here is that there's this additional output port. You guys are used to seeing this fitting maybe from the Wraith system, the Wraith X, and it's an input there. In this case, it's actually an output. There's an additional port. This is your input on the side here. Well, it's going to be too small to see, but it says air in and then recoil out on that side. But this is your input for your airline, and then this is an output to the recoil stock. The QUAKE MTW recoil stock. This is a patent we just filed a few months ago. So a whole new system, very, very unique way of generating recoil. And it's really cool. You have to feel one. It feels very different. Not what you are used to feeling, but it has a really nice sharp recoil feel because it pushes directly back, applies force up against the shoulder. So when the system pressurizes, there's a piston inside here that expands the buffer tube out and shoves it back up against your shoulder, generating that felt recoil. So this system is going to be coming for the first time on the Dig 1. So you get the exclusive branding, color scheme, all that kind of stuff, the limited edition engravings on the receiver, and then you have some really cool new technology inside there as well. So I don't know how many are still available at dealers. Probably there's some still available out there. If you want one, now's the time to act. I know we had one dealer that picked up, I think, 20 at IWA and had sold them within 24 hours on his website before even having them. So limited edition stuff tends to go pretty quick. Let's see. MTW Scar would be fun. The Scars, I do like the Scar overall. It's a solid build. AK-47, man. I mean, fair, but you don't have to license an AK-40. Well, I guess I asked. And then, but yeah. So I'm all for Spear or MCX in general. Yeah, I mean, the thing about SIG is they have their own air gun line, so they're very unlikely to work with us. It's not impossible. I have some contacts there, and we've talked a little bit, but it seems improbable that they're going to want to really want to work with us. on licensing like that. Nate says, if I have an Article 1 that keeps misfiring and all over the place on Chrono, I swap in another MTW engine. It works fine. So I took the engine apart, cleaned and lubed. What could possibly be wrong? Hard to say with that description. I'd want to know a little bit more about what misfiring means. Is it not feeding? Is the chrono inconsistent? Again, you could just check something as simple as dwell. If the chrono is just inconsistent, because each engine is a little different, and it's possible that the other engine you threw in, the dwell, didn't need quite as much dwell, so it fired a little happier, and then you put in the other one, and it's just not quite able to cycle fast enough. Each engine, even the valves, valve to valve, it will be a little bit different in that regard. So you can check that. Other than that, you might want to get somebody to take a look at it. You can contact our tech support if you need it, but I'd want to know a little bit more about what you mean by misfiring. That's not clear exactly what the behavior you're describing is. Can the Spartan Gen 2 electronics work with the Gen 1 engine? Absolutely. Those are all backwards compatible. No issues at all. What's the price for Europe? You're really just going to have to contact a dealer to figure that out. With it being a limited edition product, I know what we sold to dealers for, but I don't know what dealers are necessarily going to sell for. I just don't have that information available, and what they sell them for may depend on how fast they go. We have map pricing in the U.S., but I don't know what it's going to end up being in Europe. Can you upgrade the Gen 2 to this new engine for the Quake stock? Yes. Sorry. Sort of is the answer. It's a whole engine swap. So you can upgrade it in the sense that you can do this and pull the valve out of your Gen 2 and upgrade the engine, if you will. But it's really replacing the whole engine. We'll talk about that more. We'll have some more details in the future. We're going to try to provide various upgrade paths and options for people that want to get either the new engine or the new engine and the recoil, or whatever it is they're looking for. So keep an eye out. Once we have those available, we will get it. BZ said, UK baby. We were so impressed by the fossil series at IWA, and then further down they said they've got 30 fossils on the way. Sweet. Again, this is just stuff like this is kind of my baby. I like the product development and innovation and coming out with new stuff. How well does it handle if debris ends up in the gap on the buffer tube? It handles it very well. I don't figure Brandon has that video available. We threw it up in the testing folder, Brandon. Let's see. Glenn threw it up in the testing folder somewhere, so you could check with him. But we literally took it, firing it on full auto, and just dumped. Just dumped all sorts of crap in there while it's firing, and it didn't miss a beat. So, and dumped stuff like down inside the buffer tube and all sorts of stuff like that. It's really not an issue. I mean, if you get something super hard, you get a big thick grain of sand. It may stop the travel a little bit or something, but it doesn't stop it doesn't cause like a catastrophic failure. You clean it out and keep going. So it's, we've not had any issues with that so far. It was awesome getting to see it and try it out at IWA. Can't wait to get mine from Titan Forge Airsoft UK. So many people want an AK from you. Make it happen. More votes for the AK. Nobody's going to vote for another model. I mean, I guess I saw the. I can't remember what somebody threw something else up there. Sorry, guys. My brain's. I've been looking at data all morning. My brain's jello right now, so you have to bear with me. Let's see. HPA handgun that uses low cost mags would be on my wish list, and sushi. Sushi is always on my wish list. I like sushi too. Next time you come down, maybe we can do a sushi party. We like making sushi. Yeah, it's good stuff. Sushi's my favorite. Do you have a plan to create brand new Wolverine magazine, or just go with the PTS? If you're talking about M4s, right now we're not planning to do a new magazine. That's not on the schedule. Magazines are, well, again, you guys get the honest view. Magazines are a shocking amount of work to do well. And you don't get much credit for doing it well, but if you make any mistakes, you get raked over the coals for it. So even if you don't make mistakes, if it just, the magazines can end up getting blamed for stuff that isn't even really the mag's fault. So we do as many magazines as we have to keep you guys supplied, but it's not something we want to do more than we need to of. So we got mags that are working well at this point, and we will likely stick with them for the time being. Richard says, any plans on some kind of an LMG or AK? Best wishes from Germany. The Germans are showing up today. Germans and UK showing up big today. We'll see. I can't tell you my plans. We have lots of plans. Will the recoil assist? Liam says it's 1,200 if you can find it in Europe. Now, to be fair, almost all of them went to Europe. So if you're having trouble finding them in Europe, don't blame us. We sold it at IWA. Almost the entire batch went to Europe. I think we sold a few to a couple of U.S. dealers that got in touch with us during the show, but the entire batch pretty much went to Europe. So, I mean, still not a lot to go around Europe, but will the recoil system be released separately, or will it just be the Fossil line that gets it? Eventually, it will be released separately. I don't have an exact timeline on that. Eventually, you'll see it on other guns. It will be a thing. It's part of the product, part of a sort of product line update we're working on in various different areas, just trying to continue it to innovate and improve. And we lost YouTube. I don't know why. Why'd we lose YouTube? I didn't even show a full gun. I don't get it, guys. But yeah, so it will eventually get rolled out on other platforms. The Fossil, as you see it, there will be a one-time release. There will be hopefully other Fossils in the future, but they'll all be different, and they may or may not have recoil. Just depends on what we want to do with it. The recoil system just kind of becomes a building block in our sort of total ecosystem that we can use to build different guns from there. So sorry to everybody on YouTube. They're a piece of work. I didn't even show a whole, what in the world? Anyway. Let's see. Hi, is there going to be more Dig 1 made, or is there only ever going to be the 300? There will only ever be the 300 Dig 1s. If we do another Fossil release, the plan would be to have it be Dig 2, then Dig 3, but each one would be different. Each one is going to be unique. This release is 300. Some of them may be, again, that's not going to be fixed either. Maybe we do 300 next time. Maybe we do 400. Maybe we do a release of 100 pieces or 50 pieces. It's just going to depend on what we want to do, what ideas we have that we think you guys will like. Enrique says, just placed an order for a 10-inch Unleashed yesterday. Has it shipped yet? Just kidding. I'm excitedly waiting. No, it has not shipped yet, unfortunately. We are a bit behind on filling orders right at the moment, but small orders like that generally can go out there. If it's just a one or two piece thing, if we have it in stock, we can generally get it out faster. So I don't know exactly how soon it'll get out to you, but I promise you, the guys are working hard. Guys and girls are working hard to get stuff built. They're motoring away back there. Yeah. Okay. So he says, when I say misfiring, one trigger pull fires fine, another pull, and it doesn't fire at all. That just sounds like your dwell's too low. Just turn the dwell up a little bit and see if that fixes it. And if not, we'll go from there. But 9 times out of 10, that's all that is. Why are the shipping prices so high for items shipped to Europe? Because cheap shippers, international, lose stuff all the time. We have had so many issues with cheap shippers internationally. It just has not been worth it. So I apologize. I know it sucks. It's why we try to work well with dealers in Europe and try to keep people supplied as much as we can so that you can get from them fairly easily. But yeah, there's just not much we can do about the shipping prices. We've looked at it. And the problem is it does, even if we insure the shipment, we do whatever, it still sucks for the customer because, they ordered a gun and now it gets lost or an engine or whatever. And now it gets lost and now they have to file a claim and we have to file a claim, and they ordered it for a game and they were going to go to the game and now they don't have it. And it just sucks. It's a frustration. Can't do anything about it. But you can get shipped locally is swag. Did you leave me any swag, Brandon? I'm supposed to talk about swag. I don't think I have any of it here to show you guys. Where's the hat? There's the hat, down on the ground. All right. I only have one thing here to show you today, but we got some cool new swag designed. And we're partnering with a service that actually has multiple manufacturing locations around the world. So if you order the swag off of our website, they will ship it to you from somebody that is as local to you as possible. I think they have 5 different factories in multiple different places. So you usually can find somewhere that usually they can keep the shipping costs pretty reasonable. So swag, this is the dad cap, which is, appropriate for me, I think. And then we also have a new trucker hat and some t-shirts. We got an MTW t-shirt. You guys have been asking us for an MTW t-shirt forever. We actually have an MTW t-shirt now. So if you guys don't order it, I'm going to be mad because you guys have been asking forever and we finally did it. Okay, I won't really be mad, but please go get you some swag. Tried to keep the prices as, just enough to pay the bills. I want you guys to be able to have it. I like swag. Everybody likes swag. Try not to make it stupid expensive if we can help it. 308 mags. We were talking about mags. 308 mags are available now. 308 Gen 12. You can see the size difference there. Either of these will run in either the 308 or the Gen 12. They have the same capacity. Both have empty mag detection. The internals are the same between these two. It's just a different external sleeve. But both of those are available, just so you know. And the 308 mags are shipping now. Took a little longer to get done than we hoped for, but release date for the Fossil. It has already started shipping. We're going to be continuing to ship as we finish up production. And Brandon's going to come in here in a minute and show us off the MTW t-shirt since he's wearing one today. Are we going to see something similar to the Fossil with more US units available? Do you mean similar to the Fossil in terms of limited edition, or similar to the Fossil in terms of the specific build? There's the MTW t-shirt. That's the back. There's the front. Front's got the Wolverine Airsoft logo on it. Black with orange. kind of like the black with orange koozies. Speaking of which, koozies are now available on the website as well.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They will be soon. Terrible, guys. I'm sorry. But if you're a dealer, we're going to have like 30 packs of koozies. If you're a person and you just want one, we're going to have 30 packs of koozies and you can give them to all your friends. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we're going to have koozies. We got 3 different beautiful designs. We got the MTW koozie here. We got the Wolverine Airsoft koozie and the Heretic Labs koozie. So get you some, keep that beer cold or whatever it is you drink. So I asked a question. Let's see whether we got an answer. Who am I looking for? Morgan. More so limited edition in regards to the fossil line, but hey, the recoil is always welcome. Okay. I am sure that we will do, well, I mean, as we say in the South, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We will do other fossils in the future that will be limited edition and will be available in larger numbers in the U.S. There are some of these, of the Dig 1s in the U.S., or there were. I don't know if they've sold. I have no idea. But there definitely will be other releases in the planned in the future. So let's see. While we're talking about that, throw us some ideas. What would be a really cool Dig 2 idea from you guys? What would the specs be? Throw it up there and we'll think about it. I've got some ideas, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. But you give us your ideas, and we'll take them into consideration. I have gotten many ideas from you guys in the past that have ended up being things we've actually done or improvements we've made. So throw us up those ideas. We really do listen to them and use them where we can. Juan says YouTube is just angry they weren't able to pre-order a Dig 1. Fair. Mark says, you guys, any plans on building a sniper from ground up? Maybe it's on the concept board, I guess I'd say. It's definitely something we've talked about. I don't know that you would constitute that as a plan to do it, but it's a concept that we have definitely kicked around. What would you want to see? Sorry, guys. What would you want to see in a ground up sniper build from us? Will the OD metallic green color be exclusive to the Dig 1, or will it show up on other collections in the future? I don't know. We don't have any immediate plans to use that somewhere else. Doesn't mean it's impossible we ever will, but it's a pretty cool color. And one of the cool things about it is it's actually hard coat anodized. It's color hard coat anodized, which is really hard to do. Really hard to do well, at least, to get good color out of it. And then to get the colors to match. It's hard enough to do color anodizing match color. And again, this is technical, but it's hard enough to get like type 2 anodizing to color match really well between parts. Type 3, it's really hard. And the company we have doing this is really good. Most of the parts are a pretty freaking good match. Much better than I've seen on a lot of real steel guns with similar stuff. Doesn't mean all of them are like, it's not like you don't get the same level of color match as you can with paint. Maybe that's obvious, maybe it's not. But if for type 3 color anodizing, the color match is pretty freaking good. And it's a beautiful color. It looks really sharp. I love the black and green together. Just really pops. The green with the little black highlights throughout. Let's see. Igor says, hi, Rich. I was with you and your team at IWA. The fossil definitely took all the attention. I tried it and is just something hard to explain. Definitely the fossil is special, and I think people should try to get it if possible. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. It's always fun getting to see people in person at IWA. It's kind of, depending year to year. I do travel to Europe sometimes throughout the year. Other than that, but definitely IWA is one of those opportunities to just get to see more people firsthand and shake hands and talk with everybody. So it's a fun time. Thought about making an AK platform like an AK MTW. The thought has never crossed my mind. We need some super hot Cerakote for the Dig 2. Green tiger stripes or desert night camo, or dare I say it, splatter. Yeah, the splatter thing, I'm not sure if it's my speed, but I get it. I get it. Some of it looks really cool, but some of it I don't know. It's not, maybe not exactly my thing. Gen 12 t-shirt would be cool too. Insert, we want an MTW AK, and best I can do is an MTW shirt meme. So here's what we need to do. Before we ever get to making an MTW AK, we need to release an MTW AK shirt. There you go. Just to troll everybody and see people walking around with an MTW AK shirt and think they missed something. Reply, John Wick 12 t-shirt. So maybe we need to do like a t-shirt, a Gen 12 t-shirt that has like the Gen 12 on the back, and then on the front looks like a tuxedo, or not tuxedo, yeah, but like a suit with a tie. Yeah. Error Precision collab. Sell the koozie in packs of 6 so I can have one for each beer. Yeah, something like that. We need more Wolverine platforms. Hit us with the HK, SIGs, and AKS. Keep up the awesome job. Skeletonized and mechanical. That seems like a bad combination. I'm not going to lie. Skeletonized and mechanical. I don't know. Love my MTW edition from COVID times. Yeah. Those have remained to be super popular. People love them. We see them out on the field sometimes. We meet people that are just holding on to them as collector's items. They're a really popular build. Dig 2 should be a long boy Picatinny with an A2 upper. That would be cool. Is there a Gen 12 3-shot in the works? 3-shot, I don't see a point in, if I'm being honest. We've kicked around the idea of dropping it to like 5 or 6 or something like that. 3-shot, it's not a shotgun. I don't know. Sorry. I'm not saying it's impossible it will ever happen, but I don't. If it's going to be a shotgun, it needs to shoot enough BBs that it actually acts like a shotgun. Make everyone go nuts and release a limited edition Fossil Gen 2 on the AK platform. That would be cool. MCX, MTW. Again, SIG is just... I'm not saying it's impossible, but it just seems... It seems improbable that they're going to... when they're trying to build their own brand that they really want. Let's see. Any news on separate uppers and lowers availability for buying? No hard news yet, but I can tell you the machine shop has been cranking out parts. And if we get to the point that we actually have excess receivers, it is on the list of things to do. So we'll see. Mark asked whether the new magazines for the 308 would fix the mag syndrome I was getting with the EPN. I would have to. I can't promise that because I don't know what you were seeing exactly. But we've had good success with them. Anything new coming in the Heretic range? So we have Heretic available for now. Article 3 is the newest thing on that. We have blue color, and then I think we have Article 1 and 2 available as well at the moment. Can't give away plans for the future. Again, we've always got lots of stuff in the works, so keep an eye out. Stay like and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed so you actually get updates when we do stuff, because we get shadow banned and you can't see stuff. So make sure you get the notifications on there, and if we throw out something new in the Heretic range, you'll see it there first. All right. Any thought on a DD5 because of the very lower, or a DDPCC with MTW? Yeah, we'd have to get, well, there again, licensing would complicate that. How many times in a row have we won best engine for the Gen 2 now? I think it's 2 in a row or 3 in a row. I think there was one in the middle that we missed. It's 5 times overall, but I think we missed one in the middle, if I remember correctly. Well, I have them all right back here. Let's see. We got 2025, 24, 23, 22 we didn't hit, but 20 and 21, and then 23, 24, 25. We got best HPA engine. So, all right, a few other updates. Man, you guys have been keeping me busy. I haven't even gotten to like most of my stuff, and we're 40 minutes in. It's great. I'm having fun. Keep throwing the comments and questions up there, and we'll keep rapid firing away. Oh, I don't know. Already went over Dig 1, talked a little bit and showed you guys the lay these back up here. The QUAKE MTW and the Inferno XTS. Oh, it's a terrible image. Oh, can't see it at all. Need more overhead lighting on that or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the in addition to everything else, I don't know if you guys caught this, but it has this cool aesthetics on the outside of the MTW cylinder there. Pretty sharp. Like a spiral feel to them. So showed those guys. A second batch of Gen 12 is available now. We have some back orders on that to get going, and but there are more of that batch available. So if you want to pick one up, now is the time. Forged SI. If you guys haven't seen Forged SI, we launched that or showed that at the booth at IWA. It's kind of a pared down essentials only version of the Forged. So it's the most budget friendly Forged we've done. Just pulls out some of the more expensive features, but keeps the Forged receiver set for those of you that don't care about the fancier electronics or whatever else, but you really want that Forged receiver set. So that is available. That's been super popular so far. And then Heretics, we talked about those. 308 mags, talked about those. Third-party swag. If you missed the memo, we have some different swag items, and we have we're partnering with a company that does 3PL for the delivery of all the swag. So regardless of where you are in the world, you should be able to get reasonable shipping prices. And then M-Lock rail is coming soon for the Gen 12. We talked about that. Mark II rail. Oh, I don't know whether I have one of these. Don't see it. But Mark I rail has been, we've gotten really good feedback on that. It's this style that we've been using on a lot of our stuff for quite a while. Very streamlined profile, M-Lock all around. The Mark II is a new version. It's built on the same same profile as the Mark 1, but has some additional different aesthetic features and functional features. Super lightweight, more similar to in aesthetics to like the Invictus Advanced rail that we have on the Forged. Has the QD sling points machined in and all that kind of stuff. We have one. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you got your two front and back QD sling points on both sides. You have a little more material removed to make it lighter weight, both on the sides, on the top here. Even some little pockets machined on the flats here just to keep it as light as possible. Has the same attachment design as the Mark II, and your indexing tabs on the for indexing with the upper on there as well. So we're going to be showing these off. Well, I'm showing it off now, but we're going to be selling these relatively soon. Well, I'm probably on something on the Forged series. We'll see. But really sharp looking rail. Really happy with how this turned out. I'll do a little more close up. I guess I could have done that earlier with the engine, couldn't I? Again, these are manufactured by the Invictus Manufacturing Group. It's our in-house machine shop group that does all of the receivers and rails for us. But really sharp looking rail. Let us know your thoughts. Really happy with that. And here, since I'm realizing that I can just pick up and you can see better, there's the XTS. Pretty sweet. All right. Any news on the Gen 12 Tracer? Last I heard, EVIC was working on that. They had, I don't think I'm supposed to tell you the details, but maybe I already said more than I was supposed to. I don't know. But EVIC was working on something with that. I have not asked them for an update soon. I know there was some disruption with all the international trade stuff going on, so I don't know whether that got delayed at all, but I know they were working on that. Any plans on a Bluetooth trigger board? I have to wait and see. No promises. Or on the flip side, as I say, oh yeah, I got one right here. My policy for a while has been anytime you ask whether we're doing anything, I'll say, yeah, I already have one sitting in the corner over there. So then you guys never know whether I actually do or not. Because sometimes I've said that and it's actually been true. And sometimes I've said that and it definitely was not true. But we'll see. Like I said, always lots of stuff in the works. It's our, we're really pushing to keep innovating and keep delivering more value to you guys in various different ways. So we'll wrap up here in just a couple minutes, but Dalton is going to be at the BZ Fest in the UK in a few weeks here. So if you're from the UK, be sure to stop by and say hello to him. And I don't have any other event updates right at the moment, but definitely that should be pretty cool. He's going to be over there for a few days and get to do that event. We'd be the second time we've gone to the UK for an event now, so always fun to get over there and see some of the customers over in the UK there. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there for the day. Really appreciate all the interaction. I had a lot of fun. Sorry to everybody that got kicked off YouTube. They just need to get over themselves, but can't control it. So have a good one, guys. Like and subscribe, and we will see you guys out on the field.